Calling to order the regular meeting of the Wheeling Plan Commission for Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. Please stand for the pledge.
Flag of the United States of America, republic for which it stands, one nation, under God.
Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Commissioner Riles.
Here.
Commissioner Meyer.
Here.
Commissioner Casper is absent with previous notice. Commissioner Sprague is here. Commissioner Smart.
Here.
Commissioner Heiken.
Here.
Chairman Johnson.
Here. Ms. Nyes, any changes to our agenda?
No changes.
All right, and I don't believe we have any citizens' concerns or comments. And we have no consent items. So, moving right along, docket number PSP MIN 23-0019, request for minor site plan and appearance approval for the installation of a 6-foot-tall western red cedar wood fence along the northeast property line for Timberleaf Homeowners Association at 275 11th Street. Ms. Nyes?
So as you can see on this aerial photo, we have the subdivision here. And up on this northeast corner is where they want to put the fence. So it's shown in this aerial photo. You can see the existing fence is either, well, some of the posts are still there, but the fence is missing. So they're gonna remove these posts and install the 87 linear feet in this area, but they're gonna start at 15 feet back off the sidewalk. Their property is on the right side of this photo. There is a drainage easement in this area. That's why it cannot be put in this open space. So here you see it with the red line. This is facing north is to the top. Strong Avenue is to the top. Here's 11th Street in the middle. So they're going to be putting the fence to the right side over here. And this is the type of fence they're going to put in, a western red cedar fence, 6 feet tall with this dog ear on top.
Right, and is the petitioner here? Come on up. And just state your name and address for the record.
My name is
please.
Mark Lewandowski. I live at 136 South Elm Street, Palatine, Illinois, 60067. I work for Fence Solutions Company. We're the contractor installing the fence.
Great. All right, anything you want to add to what Marcy has already said?
No, they're just trying to close it off. They're saying people are cutting through and they don't want them cutting through. I don't know if they're parking in their parking lot, but they just want to put fence up where there is no longer fence.
But is there a fence around the rest of the property?
There is fence from where we're putting 86 feet, and then the other two neighbors have their fence
Okay.
going past there.
All right,
So we're just gonna all come up to the neighbor's fence and 15 feet from the sidewalk, like she said.
right. Any questions from our group? Commissioner Riles?
No questions. Thank you.
Commissioner Meyer?
No, thank you.
Commissioner Sprague?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just real quick, will the fence butt up to the existing corner there?
Yeah, our post will
neighbor?
go right next to their end post. And so
There won't be any gap
No
in
gap at
between.
all. And if there is, we'll put a picket there to
Okay.
close it off.
Great. That's all I have.
Commissioner Smart?
Thank you. No questions.
And Commissioner Heiken?
No questions, thank you.
And I have no questions either. Do we have any conditions?
Yes. Number 1, the petitioner shall apply for and receive a building permit from the Community Development Department prior to construction of the fence. And number 2, the finished, completed side of the fence shall face outward from the subject property.
All right, if there's no other questions, I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
That's Meyer and Heiken. Commissioner Meyer.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
Okay. Was your building permit in already?
We've been, yeah, we
Okay,
have the
it was in already. Okay, so then we'll get that released tomorrow, and it'll move from there.
Probably be business.
All right, so they'll contact you when it's ready to be
Get the
picked
permit,
up.
we'll take care of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
get it
Thank you
done
very
while the
much.
weather's
Appreciate it.
cooperating. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have docket PV 23-0008. Request for a variation to permit an increase in the maximum fence height in the front yard from 4 feet to 5 feet for Michael Torssell at 555 Briarwood Drive. This is a public hearing, so Mr. Secretary.
Michael Torssell, property owner, seeks a variation as required under Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code, 19-10, use regulations and associated sections to permit an increase in the maximum fence height permitted in the front yard from 4 feet to 5 feet for the property located at 555 Briarwood Drive. A zoning variation is intended to be a method of adjustment to equalize regulations where the zoning code has created an unnecessary hardship. A variation is designed to allow affected property owners the same rights and privileges that others enjoy in the same zoning district. In order to be granted a variation, a petitioner is required to demonstrate through testimony to the Plan Commission at a public hearing that the request meets the standards of the village code, including but not limited to how their individual situation is unique or unusual. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides written statements meant to show that the request for variation meets the standards established in Title 19. The commission chairperson will typically direct that these statements be entered into the record without a full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony and supporting materials submitted, the Plan Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the village board.
Thank you. Ms. Nyes.
Okay, so, was it 2 years ago? We did a code change to allow, or to prevent homeowners from having to get variances for fences. But this is really the only type of situation where someone would need a variance. Their home is on the corner, but most of the homes on this street face Briarwood. So if their home had faced Briarwood, they wouldn't need this variation because then the east side here would have been their rear yard, or would function more as their rear yard. But in this case, because they face Vera, it's still their, well, it would be their front yard either way, but they're using it as their rear yard because their home faces the north. I don't know if that makes any sense. But regardless, in this situation, it makes sense for them to use, or to get the variation. I guess if their house faced the west, the fence would still be off this back corner of the house. And that is how we made that new code to work, was if the fences were off the back corner of the house, it would be permitted. But since their home faces north, it now is the front corner of their home, and that's why they need the variation. So they're looking for a variation for this front part. Let's see, it would be up here, what's in the bubble. This front area, which is in the front setback, the 25-foot front setback of their property, it's only permitted to be 4 feet. They would like it to be 5 feet, and they would like it to be a picket fence. And then it is going to extend around the back here. So 4 feet to 5 feet, and they're looking at this tan-colored picket fence, so it's not a solid fence. And let's see, it'll have a gate up here, a gate in the back. And here, if you're looking at their house, so this is the front of their house, the side of their house is actually the backyard. Because of how it's faced, the backyard is not in the back of their house, if that makes any sense. And they can come up and clarify this. So this is where the fence would be, in the front yard. And there's nobody there's nobody next to them over here. And it's a dead-end road, so that's why staff feels that it's appropriate to move forward with the variation. And staff does not have any proposed conditions.
Okay, thank you. Petitioner, want to come up? Because it's a public hearing, I have to swear you in, so raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
Yes, I swear.
All right. Is there anything you want to add?
No, I think that pretty well sums it up. Yeah, all other houses with a Briarwood Drive address face Briarwood Drive. We are facing Vera Lane just because of subdivision planning, I guess. So yeah, we are in the unique situation where our side lot is everybody else's back lot, so that's it.
Okay. Let's start at the other end. Commissioner Heiken, any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Commissioner Smart?
No questions, thank you.
Commissioner Sprague?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. How will you navigate the fence through those pine trees by the cul-de-sac?
So we're actually gonna, well, okay, so the pine trees, could you flip back? Oh, I guess it doesn't have a good image of the pine trees.
You're gonna like split them or?
So it's gonna go be around and behind the free pine
Oh,
trees.
okay.
But it'll be keeping the other trees, oops, sorry. It'll be keeping the other trees behind the fence,
Inside?
outside of the fence.
Oh, okay.
So while those other trees, like the ones you see behind the shed there, those are on our property lot, technically, we're just not gonna, because then the fence would be on, outside of our, it's just better to do it in front of the trees.
And then the utilities, those will be on the outside?
Utilities won't be on the outside, yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's all I have.
All right. Commissioner Meyer?
I don't have any questions, but I just did want to say thank you so much for your very comprehensive and thoughtful submission.
Thank you.
Commissioner Riles?
Thank you. I have no questions. Thank you.
And I have none either. And you said there are no conditions?
No.
So if there's no other questions, I would entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Meyer, Smart. Commissioner Meyer.
Yes.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, so this will move forward to the village board on January 15th, because there's no meeting, the first one. So we can talk tomorrow about, I know we talked about timing earlier.
I'd
so.
appreciate that. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, you don't have to stay.
Unfortunately, we do.
You
Two.
too.
Okay, approval of minutes. Oh, you're right, this was a public hearing, so we have to have a motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
Meyer and Riles. Commissioner Meyer.
Yes.
Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. Not used to short public hearings like that. Okay, now, approval of minutes of the regular meeting of December 6, 2023, including the findings of fact for docket number PSU 23-0013. I believe you had some
Yep, as
corrections.
amended.
So moved.
Second. Heiken and Sprague.
Yep.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Riles.
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer.
Abstain.
Commissioner Smart.
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. All right. Other business. Ms. Nyes,
I do not have anything.
nothing yet. All right, our next meeting is January 10th, is that correct?
Yes, that's
3
correct.
weeks. 3 weeks.
3
from
weeks.
today.
We get the extra week this time. Okay, other business. Commissioner Riles.
I don't have any. I just want to say happy holidays to everyone, and thank you for the lovely gifts. I appreciate it.
Commissioner Meyer.
I think Commissioner Riles said it all. Happy holidays.
Greg.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Commissioner Smart.
Happy holidays to everyone.
And Commissioner Heiken.
Happy holidays to all.
And I'll join in the happy holidays. Mallory, anything?
Just happy holidays as well. I don't have anything else.
All right. In that case, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Meyer and Smart.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.